of one thing you can be assured, and that is that as long as you remain dedicated to love God and serve His will, then no person or circumstance will ever have the final control over your life and destiny. Those are big words. But I think that you will agree with me, many times in life, we could feel as if we've lost control. And if we're just part of the washing in the washing machine or in the tumble dryer, we don't know where we're going. Or maybe we feel like other people have control over our lives, or circumstances even. I am saying that I know many times part of our life experience is that we feel that way. That we feel the opposite actually. That we feel my boss has got control over me. Now I work here, now I'm being sent there. Or I lose my job and I don't know where I'm going. So many things speak to the contrary of that statement. But may I give you good news today, and simply ground the good news in two wonderful examples in the Word of God. Firstly, Joseph, the young man that was sold by his very own brothers, his own family, into slavery. And you will agree with me, if he didn't feel at that point, man, I've lost control, then we'll never feel it. But not only that, then he does his best. And for doing his best in a sense, and remaining true to God, he lands in prison, falsely accused and convicted. But through all of that, he remains dedicated to God and to the will of God. And somehow God breaks through for him. But before I bring it together, let me just take you fast forward to Jesus Christ, our ultimate example. And Jesus coming to earth, God coming in the form of a man. And here he is subject to normal human rules and nature. And he lands in this place where after he's done so much good and healed so many people, he gets falsely accused. Sounds a little bit like the Joseph story. And now he's standing before Pilate. And actually the crowds are yelling, "Crucify him." And he makes this incredible statement when Pilate says to him, "Don't you know that I've got control regarding life and death over you?" And Jesus says these words in John chapter 19. He says, "You have no authority over me except what is given from heaven." What an amazing statement. And once again, Jesus goes through this ordeal of the cross. And yet, think for a moment with me, the outcome and the end of Joseph's story. How God yanks him out of prison and makes him prime minister. How Jesus goes through the cross, buried, and then is raised from the dead. Because they remained committed and dedicated to loving God the Father and dedicated to His will. And I'm here today just in this simple message to say to you, don't lose hope. And don't ever lose your trust and your faith. That if you simply remain committed to loving God and doing His will, then God will prove again and again, as He has done through the ages, that you are under His control. And your life's destiny does not rest in the hands of people, and it's not subject to circumstances, but it's in God's hands finally, and in His hands only. So whatever you may feel at this time, in this place, I would encourage you to look away from whatever seems to dominate your life or be in control, or organization or people or events, and turn to the Lord and say, "Father, I love you. Jesus, my life is dedicated to you. I will do your will. Show me what you want from me." And then, as I've started, I conclude, rest assured, nothing will control your final destiny in your life, but your merciful, loving, and all-powerful Father in heaven. I pray for your peace and your knowing of that in your heart. Remember always that He is with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Please share this and pass it on to others so that they can also live this way. God bless you.